firstly, you guys all have weird nicknames for each other, is that right?
No.
Oh, brilliant. This is going really well.
We do, but we have been called... the trouble is with the PC Brigade, they don't really... Some people who are so PC, they don't really get the fact that the nicknames are pure fun, do they, Greasy Wop?
They do not, no.
See, Greasy Wop or out...
Who have we got here sitting with us?
Fat Man a Pop.
Brilliant.
For Mop, Fat Man the Pop.
Fat Man of Pop.
I am the Greasy Wop.
I'm the band leader, so I'm Rick.
Oh,
They do call
we
me
can't.
names behind my back.
Oh, really?
Daisy, I
Daisy
think.
Wakepeace is one of them.
Daisy Wakepeace.
Daisy Wakepeace. So I'll call you Daisy from now on. And
My nickname is Cooney.
what's that?
Well,
Dave Colhoun.
Oh,
to spell my surname, you'll realise why. It's got a Q in it.
And
I'm new. I don't have one yet.
we'll find you one. We'll find you one. No need to panic.
That's my oldest boy, Oliver.
Yes.
And trust me, throughout the years, he's had many nicknames.
Oh.
Hated being called Ollie, didn't you? He still hates being called Ollie. So I think
won't do that.
So I think it's going to be Ollie.
You won't get a reply.
You won't get any money.
How much a part of being a band is like the banter and the fun of it? Is that really something that's really important to make a band work?
Remember having any fun, really?
Can you remember having
Very important, it really is. The banter in the band is being on the road is great fun, getting together and doing all this is great fun. And if there's no fun involved, there's no point doing it.
And since he's learned English, it's been super. Really, really super.
So,
I'm understanding him quite well.
Yeah.
how long have you all known each other? Obviously, different lengths of time, I'm assuming. We do have to go there, I'm afraid.
1966, Ash and I first started working together.
Too long. It's too long.
1966 at Watford Top Rank, and we were in a soul band, sort of a soul band, 70-piece soul band. We used to do all the great, Ashley used to do all the great Wilson Pickett, Otis Redding stuff. Absolutely fantastic. And he taught me how to be a naughty boy, because I was a little bit younger than him. In fact, I was still at school, wasn't I? You were, yeah. I'm about to cough. I was still at school, and Ashley taught me how to be a jolly naughty boy, which freaked my mum out, didn't it, at the time? She loved him in the end, but it did freak her out initially. Took her time, but loved him at the end.
I knocked on the door one day and she said, things at the door.
That's right, she said, there's
Things at the door.
because Ash had really, really long hair. He was so trendy, it was unbelievable. All I had was my school uniform and a T-shirt. And he had hair down there, and he had it was the days of the big collars and things. And he was at the door, my mum just answered the door, looked at him, shut the door, and she went, "There's a thing at the door for you."
Was that the first impression?
Well, the funny thing was, if I remember right, my mum was off to keep fit, and she had like a little short skirt on. And your comment to me was, "Your mum's nice, got her legs on upside down, but she's nice." But she loved him and they absolutely adored it. So 1966 we go back. You came for an audition in 1975.
75, yeah, it was 75.
Yeah, came for an audition.
So you actually auditioned for
The band.
The band.
And for the rock band.
Yeah.
And you'd learnt some pieces, didn't you?
And you didn't play any of them.
We did something different, didn't we?
Yeah, you did something completely different, yeah.
And he had a wonderful dog called Snoopy that came. Snoopy used to sit by the drum kit, didn't
He
he?
was wonderful, brilliant.
Yeah.
Right underneath the snare drum.
Yeah.
And every time I hit the snare drum, again.
Yeah, yeah. But he played it better than you. Yeah. And how long are you? 10 years now, Tim, is it?
It's getting up to that 10-year time.
Yeah.
The first gig was in Jakarta. It was a substitute kind of situation, and I hadn't met any of them until I got off the plane at the airport.
straight away to
The
play.
first thing he said to me was, "You must be mad." So that was the kind of
So you went straight to play.
straight to play. Yeah.
And he played so well, we gave him the job, didn't we? We said
2001, wasn't it?
it was.
Did you have a chance to look over the music before that, or you literally just went on and...
But then what happens is you get there and then they change everything anyway.
And how long have you known this gentleman?
Well, I was very responsible for him, really. It was an early night around... You're 50% responsible. I had an early night around about May. And I think the heating had gone off. And then you popped out in February, didn't you? And I was on stage when he was born.
Oh, really?
I might even tell the story tonight about what state I was in when he was born.
I heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I was on stage with Yes, and he was born just a few minutes before I went on stage, and they handed me a couple of bottles of champagne and a few other bits and pieces, and I don't remember an awful lot. It was...
Did you announce it on stage that you just...
Yeah, just before I was sick. I will tell the story tonight. It's really colourful.
So for the kind of things that you guys usually do, shows that you usually do, this is the first one of its kind tonight, isn't it?
Never done anything like that. It's the first time Oliver and I have really done a show together. We've been on the same stage together when we did the Christmas shows. We did bits and pieces, but this is the first time Oliver's joined us. And most of these pieces of music, none of us have ever played before in any way, manner, fashion, or form.
Did you just look at the music today, or you've had it for a while? And kind of...
At least 3 hours.
Brilliant.
There's a special way of doing it. What I do, I work it out and I send all the guys parts, and then they come to rehearsals, and I change everything. It's one of my... I don't have many joys in life, but it's one of my little fun bits of watching their little faces going to just hope and lack of hope and despair.
It's just grown men crying.
Exactly, it's like grown men crying.
And it cheers me up no end. They go, well, this one wasn't on the list. And I go, I know. And they'll learn it, bless them, and then we'll change the arrangement a little bit, quite a lot, which is from all they've learnt over the last few weeks. I don't get much enjoyment out of life, but it's one of my little pleasures.
And Ollie, how's it been working with Daisy?
It's been good fun, actually. I mean, the Christmas shows were good fun, and this is...
Has it been an easy process, or...?
No.
Is it hard? Your dad sits there and goes, that was the wrong note you played there, and it's a bit awkward, or...?
I try to keep Ashley between us.
Normally works the other way.
Oh, really? You get the notes.
Sorry?
You get the notes.
I every now and then throw in a wrong one to see if they're on their toes and notice.
Throw in a wrong one.
Yeah, I throw them in a cage just to see if they're on their toes. I'll change the arrangement to see if they're on their toes.
Instant rearrangements, which he didn't tell us about. And never happened again once we decided they were wrong.
Has anything ever happened when you guys played together and something's changed in the middle of a show and you just had to go with it?
Many, many times. My God. King Arthur and Henry.
I changed pieces in the middle of a piece, and didn't really realise until Ashley. They were all looking a bit worried, and I'm thinking this is going really well. And then I think it was Ashley came over to me and said, "You said you're playing Journey or whatever." And I said, "Was it Journey?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, We're playing Catherine Parr or something.
Yeah, it was Arthur and
right.
Henry, I think, or something.
Arthur, it was one of the two. I was,
yeah.
And but we solved it. They sort of followed me, and it was an interesting arrangement that I tried, and I didn't keep it in. It wasn't one to keep in, but it was.
No, it was mayhem.
It was. There's been one or two mayhems because
Yes.
when we do the rock show, which we're doing tomorrow, the prog show, that ain't easy. That really isn't easy, and everything that can go wrong, when it does go wrong, it is very, very difficult. But our bass player, who's not here, is very wise. We call him the Oracle, because he's warped. He knows everybody's parts. So when it goes very wrong, which occasionally things do happen, we all look at the Oracle, who grins for a little while and then sort of puts us all right. But again, really, that's. I know what I'm doing. I'm just seeing if they're on their toes.
So, as a band, who has the biggest, not the biggest responsibility or the hardest job? I can't think of a better way to phrase it, but who holds the piece? Whereas if they change something, it completely
With this
goes.
It's always the drummer.
Oh, really?
Drummer's the hardest job.
I think it would be actually, because you've got to really keep the.
Absolutely. Yeah, keep
Keep
this
the
lot
beat.
together is like really difficult.
He keeps the beat. Oh, he's. I mean, one of the things that's unique about Wop is the tempos.
Yeah.
I mean, he can start at a brilliant tempo and finish at a completely different one. You've noticed that, haven't you?
I've heard him start a real slow feel.
He's
Just petered out to
yeah.
absolutely nothing.
He does a bit of work in a dance band, and the foxtrots do finish as quick steps.
Brilliant. Okay. And so obviously you guys have played together before. This is one of your first times playing with this band as a whole.
10 hours in now.
And how's it good? And how's it been?
That's good fun. Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Is it different to what you've experienced before, or is it?
It's like a longer version of the Christmas shows.
Okay, so they prepared you. They put you in good stead.
Yeah.
And in terms of tonight as a show, it's obviously a different vibe to the big rock shows that you're doing. It's like a really intimate venue.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you haven't done it yet, so I can't ask you how was it, but how's it? It went really well.
I'll tell you what, we could pretend we've done it.
Yeah.
Sensational.
They loved it.
They loved it. The audience reaction was superb. I didn't put a foot wrong, a few fingers, but I didn't put a foot.
Both the audience cried.
This is such a lovely place.
It is such a lovely venue.
The only slight problem with this venue, because you only got so many amount of chairs in, I do know that there are actually more people than there are chairs tonight. So if you could just move your kit over a bit.
Oh, you're going to have someone sat up behind me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Preferably a drummer.
That's unfair. Yeah.
Okay, great.
You want to play the drums, don't you?
I do want to play drums. I'll be back up if something happens. Yeah, I think I'd be really good at that. Great, brilliant.
This is seriously a very unique show. We've never done an
Total
unplugged.
one-off, isn't it?
And we decided, rather than do what everybody does, which is take the rock show and then just play it acoustically, we just do pieces that people would never even dream we would do, including us. And they all have a story to them. They're not just random. They do have stories to them. And I've got to remember that this is going out live, and I may have to change one or two of the stories. It's always very easy to watch it.
Yes.
But we have an expression in the band, which Ashley brought into the band, which I think sums us up really, which is sometimes when things do go, confident but wrong.